Hello everyone, I am Razorblade Mango, and I'm here today to talk about Destiny. That's right, it's finally out. Oh my god, it's finally out, and I have it, and I've been playing it non-stop for the past, let's see, about 10 hours now. Actually, no, more than that. About, say, 13 hours. And I'm here to give my, normally when I do first impressions video, I end up doing maybe like 5 hours into the game. I try to do like 5 or 6 hours, and then I come back and go, wow, whether it was good, whether it was not, what I feel like could be improved, and just overall things that I am seeking in it before I give like an official review. And by the fact, I think a lot should tell you, by the fact that I have been playing this non-stop for about 13 hours, it should tell you that this is a pretty freaking awesome game. This game kicks ass. This game was worth the wait, it was worth the hype, it was worth every penny I spent on it. And unlike another game this year that will not be mentioned, it actually, I actually am excited to play it. Like when the thought of me being away from my PlayStation 4 and not playing this game, I feel like once I'm gone, I'm gonna be like a crack addict and be like, yes, I must have it. I must go back to it. No, I must go back to it. I must have my Destiny right now. Gimme. So basically, I turn into Gollum whenever I leave my PlayStation 4 and turn off Destiny. So that should tell you some stuff. Also, I want to give a heads up. Big shout out to the guys, Project Destati. They have released a new album, like their very first official album called Light. It is available on iTunes, and it's where I got it. And I've been listening to it for since they released it Monday night, and it's phenomenal. It's really a wonderful, wonderful album. If you were a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, especially the music as I am, definitely go out, check this album, support these guys. These guys are doing something really special. I'm going to have a review for the album. I don't normally do album reviews, but I feel like this album deserves to be, reviewed and evaluated, and to pick out which tracks I like the most, which ones I don't really care about. And so that's coming up. And big shout out to you guys, Project Destati. Keep up the good work. Can't wait for, assumedly, Volume 2, Dark, or Darkness, whatever it's going to be. So, good job, guys. Keep up the great work. Destiny. The first thing that's going to strike you about Destiny is how amazing it looks. Maybe technically wise, this is not the best game ever made, not one of the best technically ever made, because it's not 60 frames per second. As much as I would have liked to have been 60 frames per second, I'm more than happy with it being 1080p at 30 FPS. This game, artistically, is phenomenal. This is some of the best looking art design I've ever seen. There's an impeccable amount of detail that went into the environment, the costumes, the guns, the enemies, and whoever designed the sky in this game, because the sky is dynamic, and if you stand there long enough, there actually is a day and night cycle while you're exploring, so that adds a whole nother level of immersion into this world. Whoever designed the sky, bravo! Oh my god, gorgeous. I can't even. There's sometimes points where I don't even want to shoot enemies, and I just stand there and look at the sky. It's amazing. I also love how easy it is to get into this game. It's so simple to invite your friends. You can invite your friends. Of course, the fire team's up to 3 people. You can go into the Crucible and do up to 6 people. So you can have a 6-person team of your friends going against another person's 6 team. That's freaking cool. I love stuff like that. And this has been being described as like an MMO. And Kinda, sorta. It has MMO-like elements to it. For one, there is no single player. You cannot play this game by yourself. And I'm not gonna hold that against the game because, while I feel like Bungie should have, explained that more and said, look, you need PlayStation Plus for this game. You're going to need it. Because if you don't have PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold, you're screwed. You will not, unless you're the PS3 version, you will not be able to play this game. You need PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. The gameplay, super simple. All the guns feel right. The aiming was perfect. The navigation throughout the environment is fantastic. I love the Sparrow. I love the idea of the Sparrow. I love just jumping off a tall building, pulling out my ghost, and spawning that Sparrow in midair, and just rushing off from there. There's very few things that get me excited as that in this game. It's awesome. I also love that this game, I thought it was going to be a disaster at launch, honestly. I thought it was going to be a disaster. Not that it was a bad game, but like the beta, when the beta came out, PlayStation crashed. The PlayStation Store crashed, PlayStation Network crashed. There was just an overabundance of people going into this, and the servers just got beaten down and broken. So I was also worried that Bungie was not going to be ready for the weight, the enormous hype that was going to be pounded into this game from all these people playing it at the same time, day one, on the servers. And this has been one of the smoothest launches I have ever seen. I haven't encountered a single problem with this game. Not one problem. Match-wise, or matchmaking-wise, or connectivity-wise. One problem. I haven't encountered one problem. That is incredible. That is true dedication. That shows to me that Bungie put their fucking effort, all their effort into this game. And with patches, that's going to improve this even more. Oh my god, this is going to be amazing. Speaking of patches, I want to put out a disclaimer that I don't care what is going to be patched on later into this game. My review is going to focus on the basic version that we got right out of the box. I'll make an exception for the day one patch, okay? Because most games have day one patches these days. So, day one patch, that's it. I don't care. I'm all my problems with the game, because I have some problems with it, are going to be mentioned, and I'm going to criticize them, and I don't care if Bungie comes out tomorrow and says, "Hey, yeah, we're doing this, we're patching this into Destiny." I'm just gonna go, okay, well, you should have done that in the first place, so I'm still gonna hold that against you. You had a very long time to make this game. You should have patched that in to begin with. You should have patched it. You should have had it on the disc to begin with. What else was I gonna say? Oh, okay. Now let's get to the problems. The problems I have with this game. The story is very lackluster. What little story there is. I mean, there's just so many little problems with it, and it doesn't super negatively affect my review of the game. I'm still loving this game. I think it's a total blast. But if I cannot pick and choose. I have to look at the story too, and the story it's not crap, but it's just so non-existent at this point. It's just cutscenes to get from one thing to another. It's really your Guardian, unlike Skyrim. Skyrim, they make it fully immersible. They give you this idea you are your person, okay? You can choose what they say when they say it. And that's why they don't give your avatar a voice. In this game, they should have done the same thing, except your Guardian can talk. He or she talks in the cutscenes every so often. So they're not going for the I almost said Silent Hill, silent hero approach. And they're not going for the dialogue. There's like two opposite ends of the spectrum. There's a completely silent hero, and then there's like the fully voiced, choose your own adventure kind of approach that Mass Effect does, or The Walking Dead. It's somewhere in the middle, and I don't like that, because it can't really make up its mind what your hero wants to be. Why is your hero talking? Like, why isn't there full voice acting for these heroes? That would be really awesome. You'd be able to send like little messages to the people around you. You could be fully immersed into the campaign more. There could be an actual meaty story. Because mainly most of the campaign missions, while they've been fun, they all felt like the same thing. Travel to this area, scan this environment, defend your ghost as these waves of enemies attack you. Go to the end, fight a potential boss. The end. That's really all the campaign missions are. And the campaign, to be fair, I haven't unlocked Mars, I haven't unlocked Venus. I've spent most of my time just playing the Crucible and exploring Earth and the Moon, and it's been a blast. But I gotta tell you, from the 7 or 8 missions I played from the campaign, I'm not impressed with the story. And story is a big importance to me, and I feel like Bungie missed a golden opportunity to tell like this sci-fi classic story. Because if you read the lore that Bungie.net has available for this game, it's fascinating. But I hate that this game is telling me, oh, we're too lazy to give you like big lore, so go to this website right here and read all about it. It's like, no! That's your job. That's your fucking job to tell me the lore. Alright? Don't send me to a website. I don't want to look at a website. I want to learn from this game. And so far from this game, I only know like the basic things about this world. And I don't feel like that's enough. And that's really all I can think of in terms of complaints, honestly. It's just that good. I seriously cannot... I can't think of anything else bad I can say about this game. I don't even like PvP. I don't play PvP. But I fucking love the PvP in this game. I love it. I think it's addicting. They give you motivation to go back in there with these bounties that you gain rare weapons and exclusive armor and weapons from the Crucible. You get all this kind of extra... You got tons of experience from completing bounties at the Crucible, at the tower. You get these contracts from a guy there that says, oh, hey, if you beat so-and-so amount of Guardians, you get this amount of experience, you get this much Crucible reputation. And once you reach level 18, you're going to start earning these Vanguard and Crucible marks, which you can use to gain legendary gear and weapons. So that I definitely am looking forward to. But I gotta say, this game feels like a godsend, because this summer has been one of the worst summers besides the Telltale Games stuff. Okay, because Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead Season 2, two of my favorite games, my top 2 favorite games of the year so far. This game is a miracle, because this whole summer it feels like I've been walking in this super long hot desert with barely any water. I mean, this summer has been awful for video games. There's been nothing coming out that's besides the Telltale stuff, nothing that I am interested in. So it just became monotonous after a while, and slow and boring. I mean, I was using my PlayStation 4 for fucking Netflix more than anything else, which sucks, because I want games to play this thing on. I want games to be played on this thing. Movies too, mostly video games. And I haven't been doing that all summer. It's mostly been Netflix. And now this game, my long trek through the desert, is finally complete. And this game feels like I'm immediately stopped in my tracks. I'm just, I'm dehydrated. I look up, and the sky opens up, and I see Bungie just come down from the heavens. And it looks at me, and it just says, I give you Destiny. Points to the ground. The earth just cracks open, and this enormous geyser of water just pours out and floods me with its cool, amazing sensation that I am finally I have water in the form of this beautiful video game. Finally. Thank God for Destiny. Thank God. Alright. Thank you for watching, guys. If you have Destiny, let me know what you've been thinking about it so far. You know, what are you liking about it? What aren't you liking about it? And like I said, go check out Project Destati. Their first album is available now on iTunes. Just search bar, Project Destati. Boom! Volume 1 Lite, $12.99. Hit that download button. You download that shit, because that shit is incredible. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. And as always, have a good one.